What if Earth suddenly stopped spinning? Not slowly, not gradually. Right now, this second, a complete stop. Everything on the surface is moving at 1,670 kilometers per hour. You, your house, the oceans, every mountain. If Earth stops, the ground stops, but nothing else does. You are still moving east at 1,670 kilometers per hour. In the first instant, your body turns into a projectile. So does every human, every animal, every car, every loose structure, glass, steel, concrete, everything becomes flying debris. In 1 second, the surface of Earth becomes a storm of supersonic destruction. Then comes the air. The atmosphere is still moving too. Winds slam across the planet at around 500 meters per second. That is far beyond a hurricane. This is the atmosphere itself becoming a weapon. A Category 5 hurricane reaches around 70 meters per second. This is about 500. These winds do not just destroy buildings, they strip the surface itself. Forests are ripped out. Mountains are blasted by flying debris. In the first hour, the sky itself becomes unlivable. Then the oceans keep moving. And that is where the next nightmare begins. The water does not stop. It surges forward with unstoppable force. It rises, it builds, it turns into walls of water. Mega-tsunamis rise from every ocean. Not one wave, not one coast, everywhere. Some of these waves could tower kilometers high, higher than skyscrapers, higher than anything built by us. They crash into the coastlines with unstoppable force. Water floods inland at terrifying speed. Coastal cities vanish first. Then roads, ports, and entire neighborhoods disappear under black water. The water keeps pushing inland for days. There is no safe coastline left. And then Earth becomes something even stranger. The cycle of day and night breaks apart. One side faces the sun for too long. The other side sinks into endless darkness. On the day side, the heat keeps building. Temperatures climb toward extreme levels. Water vanishes from the surface. Nothing living on the surface can handle heat like this. The day side becomes a furnace, but on the other side, the darkness never ends. Temperatures crash lower and lower. The night side freezes into a world of permanent death. Even the air begins to fail. The cold becomes too extreme for the atmosphere itself. These two sides never balance each other out. One keeps burning, the other keeps freezing. No weather patterns, no ocean currents, no natural heat exchange, and the damage still does not end there. The planet begins to fail in deeper ways. Earth's protective shield would begin to weaken, and space itself would become more dangerous. More radiation would pour into the atmosphere, and the world above the surface would become even harsher. At that point, Earth starts looking less like home and more like a dead world. And then comes a consequence almost nobody imagines. Earth itself would slowly begin to change shape. Right now, Earth is not a perfect sphere. It bulges outward around the equator because it is spinning. If the spin stops, that bulge would begin to collapse. Over time, water would redistribute across the planet. Sea levels would shift on a global scale. Some coastlines would drown forever, and new land would rise where oceans once ruled. The map of Earth would be redrawn. A different planet would emerge from the same world. And then comes the darkest part of all. This is not just an impossible fantasy. The moon is already slowing Earth down right now. Even as you watch this, very slowly, the moon pulls against Earth's rotation, and over immense stretches of time, the planet loses speed. It is only a tiny change, but it never stops. Over centuries, that loss adds up, a little at a time, again and again. Not tomorrow, not in our lifetime, but far in the future, Earth could become a different kind of world. So if that day ever came, which side would you choose? The burning side or the frozen side? Comment your answer below, burning or frozen. Subscribe to MindIf for the next impossible scenario. And if you thought this was terrifying, wait until you imagine a world without the sun. Watch next and keep questioning everything, because the universe does not need to hate us to destroy everything we know. It only needs time, gravity, and one small change. Think different. Question everything. This is MindIf. Subscribe for the next impossible question.